the bet underneath the next decade. There's one more thing the industry is quietly putting money behind, and it barely makes the news. This week, the main professional body for petroleum engineers published a detailed analysis putting the value of artificial intelligence and digital tools to the oil and gas business at around, get this, $500 billion. $500 billion of potential value from running the fields smarter, better sensors, better models of the rock, better decisions about where and when to drill. That number got formal distribution to the whole industry this week, which is how a projection turns into a boardroom conversation and then into budgets. Now, here's the interesting tension underneath it. The same companies investing in this technology told the Dallas Fed something that surprised a lot of people. About 80% of them do not expect AI to replace their people over the next 5 years. They're not buying it to shrink the payroll. So what are they buying it for? Same thing that's defined this industry since 2020, doing more with what they have, getting more barrels out of the same crews, the same rigs, the same acreage. It's the discipline story again, wearing a different hat. Not spend more to produce more from what you've already got. That's why the big industry conferences now have oil executives sitting in sessions on data centers and computing power right next to the drilling talks. The same computing boom driving artificial intelligence needs enormous amounts of electricity. And a lot of that power is going to come from natural gas the upstream industry produces. The oil field and server farm are quietly becoming two ends of the same supply chain. But let me show you the picture underneath the technology story, because it's the truest thing I can hand you about where this business really is headed. The industry is splitting into two very different animals. On one side, you've got the small players, mom and pop operators, the independents working onshore. They tend to, work their wells the way a farmer tends a field. Their break-even costs sit right up near the price of the commodity, sometimes just above it, sometimes just below. When crude dips, they feel it the same week. It's close, hard, honest work at the margin. And that's a huge part of what keeps American oil flowing. On the other side, the big plays are moving out to sea, offshore, high-pressure deepwater, where some of the highest quality reservoirs left on the planet are finally being tapped. Those are the barrels with room underneath them. And we don't know if it's another 15 years of oil left or 50, maybe 100, somebody might say. Well, here's the hopeful and honest part, the part that I actually hope to be true. If geopolitics ever settled down enough to let those cheap, high-quality barrels flow steadily, it could ripple out as lower energy costs across the whole world economy. Maybe then we could apply that discipline to resources to plan for a time in transition ahead of the fossil fuel being used. That lifts everybody, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I've never seen many indications of that really happening. These sides tend to be at war with each other just as much as Israel and Iran right now, or in the US. But because we keep landing right back where this whole update started, talking about people and behavior, as long as there are wars and struggles over who dominates whom, and oil and natural gas are going to be used as economic weapons, there's a lot of real work that this industry could be doing, but they just can't. So this industry isn't just drilling. It's also pipelines and tankers and terminals. The quiet engineer to wire around the whole trouble that's flared up in the Gulf to keep the barrels moving no matter what the politicians do to the maps. Now, for your life, that's the honest shape of it. It's not drama or, we're not pretending. This is real. and it's not doom. We have a resilient, disciplined upstream business. Farmers at the margin onshore and big money reaching into the deep water, doing everything it can to keep energy flowing through a world that can't seem to stop testing its own peace.